Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are all good. Hope you guys had an awesome Thanksgiving. DS, Mom First Always, Wendy, Larissa. Did you guys all have a good Thanksgiving? We did. We just did a dinner at home, just us. It was chill, which is nice. It was good. Had to make sure I actually hit the stream button. Over here talking to myself. Okay, so there is some stuff that I want to get into. I want to go over a couple of the last shorts that I did because I mean it's mind-boggling, honestly. With everything that we know and everything that we've learned throughout looking at Kylie's case, just the fact that this even happened, and I just don't for one second believe that it's a typo, because it's a way. I mean, how would that even happen? How does somebody mistake those two words? You know what I mean? So those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, let me pull this up. Okay, I'm going to play this one first. Now, these are just shorts. Hello, everybody. So, I just made a short, but I wanted to add some more to this. Okay, so SF investigates. Okay, he's a private investigator. He was on the Kylie case. Excuse me. He was on the Kylie Ronnie case as a searcher. He got close to Grandpa. He was also searching for Chelsea Grimm. Now, in Kylie's case, he just happened to be the one that found the fire footage, the fire cam footage of the cars, and he released it. In Chelsea's case, which he joined late, he just happened to be the one that released the tape on Twitter, the video on Twitter of her talking about going away and starting a new life. Why would a private investigator, okay? Why would a private investigator be given these things, these videos, to release? It's not the cops releasing it. It's not the detectives coming out and saying anything. It's this online private investigator that just. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to say here. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, now tell me. This makes no sense to me. So this private investigator, who is really a social media, that's where he puts out all of his stuff. So this private investigator just happens to join these cases, right? And all of a sudden, you don't hear from the cops. They don't give you the evidence. They don't release the tapes, but they hand it over to this this guy. They hand it over to this guy to release to the public on social media. Like, it just makes absolutely no sense to me, as if he was supposed to be the one to put these things out there, as if they're like, okay, you release this to the public so they'll stop asking questions, and that's your role to play. Because in an open investigation, it doesn't make any sense that the cops and the detectives, the real cops and the real detectives, would just hand over all this evidence to some private investigator. I don't care who it is, some private investigator, and tell him to go release these things on social media in an open investigation. It just doesn't make any sense. So what is this guy's deal here for real. And we know how close he was with grandpa. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't add up to me. And I know there's a lot of people that think, oh, he's legit. He's helped on a lot of cases, yada, yada, yada. But it doesn't, I don't care. It doesn't, his role in Kylie's case doesn't make any sense. Just like his role in being the one to release that footage from Chelsea's search. It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? For real. Okay, let me finish this. Just happens to release these weird odd videotapes in these cases. Like, it really makes me wonder. It doesn't make any sense. After he released the fire cam video, no cops ever came out and said, yeah, that's her. No cops ever came out and said, okay, we saw the videotape. Yes, that's her car. Or no, that's not her car. They never came out and said a word. After he released this tape of Chelsea at the hotel that he put out on Twitter, which in an open investigation makes no sense to me. Why the cops would be like, yeah, guy, here, why don't you go post this on social media? Because the cops never said a word about that tape either. So, like, what is really up with this guy? And why is he get involved in these weird fucking cases? And why is he the one releasing information? Why is he the one when he releasing these videotapes that he just happens to have in his possession? Like, it doesn't make any sense. What is this guy's deal, and why does he happen to be involved in some of this shit? Right? That's all I'm saying. Okay, now let me play this, because I don't know if everybody has seen this or not, but this is freaking odd. All right, let me share this. Because this blew my mind. I was like, what the And then I'm going to show you something else after this, which is pretty crazy, in my opinion. I had said earlier that I was going to be looking into the Layla Santinello case. As you know, SF Investigates is also involved in her case, investigating. Now, it's funny because we were told that his name is Steve Fisher. Steve Fisher, the PI, Steve Fisher, the photographer. Here's a picture of him. And what does this say? Right down here. Let me see. What's this say? Steve Whitaker left. Steve Whitaker. So why were we told that his name was Steve Fisher? This is news to me. How about you? Okay, now does that make sense to anybody? Can anybody give me a reason why that would be? Why is his name listed in the Layla Santinello search? Why is his name listed as Steve Whitaker? Now somebody said, oh, maybe it's a typo. But Fisher, Whitaker, two completely different names. How could that be a typo? Like, what is really going on here? For real. Hold on, let me see if I know it's so dumb you can't make these. I can't on this, but give me a second. Give me just a second. Who is this Steve Whitaker / Steve Fisher guy? Huh? Tell me. All right, let me see if I can do this. Hold on, guys. Oh, I can't freaking make it out. When I zoom in, it goes all blurry. I can't make that out, but maybe one of you guys can. He's a fixer. He must have a bunch of fake names. Yeah, but oh, this is the same guy. This is SF right here. This is SF. But this is he's standing there talking to people who are searching for Layla Santinello. Oh yeah, I know I can't see it, but guys, if his real name is not Steve Fisher, then this is clearly a fucking cover up like we've never seen. Like this is like what is like his job seriously could have been to put the things out to us to get us to look the other way. Like he released the fire cam footage and then half of YouTube was like, oh, yep, it was an accident. There goes her car. Look, there it goes. Which was the dumbest thing I ever heard. Because that video did not prove a damn thing. Nothing. But now we're being, now that this article says that his name is Steve Whitaker. So, what is his real name? And what is this guy's freaking deal? Because none of it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, a lot of his stuff has been scrubbed. But it just seems real weird to me because he didn't know, supposedly he didn't know anybody in Truckee. He didn't know anybody. He didn't know any of Kylie's family. But all of a sudden he goes there. And next thing you know, he's like real tight with grandpa. They're hanging out, drinking and, hanging out. And it just seems weird to me. Like if you're there to be a searcher, then why are you not out searching? If you're there to be an investigator, then why aren't you investigating? Like what is up with this guy? SF, Zanny, Ickenmouth, Tony, Sammy, Jagger, the mom, everyone around that whole thing was super suspicious. I still can't get over all the searchers and helicopters, and they all was at that exact spot. The car came out, but nobody notices the car in plain sight. Get real. Exactly. That's really, I know. The cops never came out and confirmed or denied AAA Nick's story. The cops never came out and confirmed nor denied the fire cam footage. The cops never came out and confirmed or denied a damn thing, except for the two things that they said were fake news. One of being that 911 call about the girl running down the road from the Honda CRV in Sacramento at 1 a.m, topless. Remember how mad Angela Musalam got when she was telling us that was fake news and how much time was wasted on the real information? But they didn't come out and confirm or deny anything else. They never even came out and made a statement after that bullshit autopsy was released. Not a word. Silence. But they all got paid. They all got paid for those hours. And then they all got paid. Hell, Nevada County got $5 million. Placer County just got, what was it? How much money in raises? But they still have not come out and said a damn thing. They still have not come out, and they can't even release a picture of Kylie, a last known, an actual picture of Kylie. They can't even confirm or deny whether she was at the party or not. Or at least they can't do it publicly. And it's just totally ridiculous. I think he's an implant for the government to cover up, and he messed up with too many cases that he appearing too much on the internet and it got busted. He runs two names. That could be very well true. With him being a PI, his license is limited to which state he can practice in. So how is he working in California and clear in Tennessee? Because once he crossed out of California, I wouldn't think he's valid. Every single one of them so suspicious. I mean, it really is, though, heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking and disheartening just to see. I mean, okay, let's talk about this for a second. How many people, creators and viewers alike, both jumped out of the boat when that fire cam footage came out? And how many just jumped on the accident train? A lot. Like, I feel like more than didn't. For sure. More than didn't. And it has gotten so insane. And that's why I made that video yesterday, because I was pissed off. Because I was like, what a freaking circus this is. What a freaking circus this has turned into. Like, it's crazy. I just feel like everybody has just completely lost their damn minds, given up, and been like, you know what? Let's start attacking each other now. It's crazy. So I'm going back. I'm going back to this, to pointing out these things that don't make any sense. With them saying she was at that lake, and that's where everything went down, and she wasn't then. That's why you can't charge anything, because there was no crime there. It happened at the lodge. I know. I know. See, that's the one. Like, we still have not even nailed down. Like, we have no proof of where anything took place, where anything happened. It's crazy. But I think now, I could be very wrong. This is just me thinking out loud. Okay. Just my opinion, just speculating. But I don't think this is just a random guy who jumped onto the case and was like, yeah, I want to help. I think he knows more and is a, I don't want to, not a part of like what happened to her, but a part of the cover up, 100% for sure. And what about all the folks that have been hired after the fact? Why don't we hear back from any of them? Never seen such a shady case in all my life. And why did Gregory Reiber, the coroner there, why is he done? Why are they hiring somebody else to take his place? How much money did he make off of that fake autopsy that was released? Enough to retire on? What do you got? I mean, it's crazy. It's just everything about it is completely insane. And everybody from that area and everybody, it's like she was dropped like a hot potato. And it makes me sick. All of the creators bring something to the table. We can agree to disagree as adults. Be respectful of others' opinions. It doesn't mean they are right. Exactly. It's completely insane what this. Oh, And now let me show you guys this. I want to show you this too. So I typed in, let me take you over here.
What are we talking about?
Pilot case, babe. So I go over here and I type in Steve Whitaker, private investigator, see what comes up. And I just think it's funny that this is one of the top videos right here. Don't you think that's weird? I mean, is it just me? Is that a normal thing? Because I don't know. Maybe that's how it works. But I just thought it was funny. I was like, really? Let me just type this in and see what comes up, you know, because I typed in Stephen Whitaker photography and I didn't see him. I can tell you. But I typed in Stephen Whitaker private investigator YouTube, and he's one of the top. Here's one of the top videos. Sheriff's Department got what, $500,000 or $1 million from the government. The mother got money from the GoFundMe, and SF profited from his channel. Where did all the cover-up money come from to make all them people participate in the crime? From very high up. I'll just say that. That's where the money came from. From very, very high up. Yeah. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that article calling him Steve Whitaker? But we were told it was Steve Fisher. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it was a typo? Do you guys think that's just another name for, you know, just another alias, or what? Maybe it's not his first go around and he didn't want to be known from other cases. I know, that's what I was thinking. Aliases, Sunset. Just another effed up thing about this case. Yeah, I know. And you know, you guys can choose to, you know, believe this or not, but don't take my word for it. Just do some research, and it's very clear that there are some very dark forces. This is how I will say it. There are some very dark forces surrounding this case, and in the middle of this case, and surrounding this case. And I think it's very clear that it's not just here. It's everywhere. It's spreading everywhere. But well, I'll wait, because I'll go into this last. But it's so crazy. I'm having a hard time Googling his names. Yeah, I wonder why that is. And not for nothing, but people who are working for people higher up, it would be very easy to give them fake paperwork. It would be very easy for them to create an identity and say, okay, here's your PI license. Here's your, you know, you're going to be a search and rescue. That's going to be your cover to get into these cases. That's going to be your public cover, so people don't ask too many questions. And then, you know, we'll go from there. Contact the paper and tell them what you know. So he has a pretty good relationship with Check It TV too. Right. Who we know is not who he says he is. I mean, this is crazy. It could be. Very well could be, Lassie. But so, I mean, I'm just trying to show you guys this because I really do care and I really do want to get to the truth. And I think all of this stuff needs to come out. And whether you guys want to, whether you guys believe it or you don't, whatever, that's your prerogative. But I just feel like it's my, these are things that people should know. These are things that should be out there because we have found out that so many people were not who they say they were. And so many people are liars and so many people are just full of it. That it all needs to be considered and it all is part of the story. It is all relevant. I'm glad to be back with you guys. I missed the last 2 Fridays and I'm sorry. It's just been, man, I believe it. I was suspicious of him from day one. Layla Santinello, you're talking about? No, that's in Tennessee. Yes. Yes, that was him. I have never seen so many people with 2 last names that are nothing like the other name. Well, I don't know about, I wouldn't put anything like that out there. I wouldn't say related to anybody because I don't know. And I think that's dangerous to do. But these things that you can clearly see, like I didn't post that, the article did. And I just think there's no way that that's a freaking typo. It wouldn't even make sense to say that was a typo, in my opinion. Yeah, very suspicious. I mean, everything in this case it's been one big mind from the beginning. Nala, you better stop. But that's what I'm trying to say. And it's so frustrating, you guys. You know, but that's what I'm saying. We're trying to go against the Tuesday Whitakers I came up with. One was that agent, but the other says head of university research, works with AI, builds partnerships, organized to explore on LinkedIn, but there's never a picture. Very weird if he's from an alphabet agency. Oh, the Steve Wood. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Nobody is who they say they are. There is a Stephen Whitaker PI in Loomis. Where's Loomis, guys? Thank you. We did. I hope you guys all did too. but there's so many people who have not been what they said they were, or who they said they were, I mean. And there's been so many things that so many lies that we've picked up on. And it just, I mean, it screams cover up. It's about an hour and a half from Truckee in Placer County. Really? Really? Okay. I have to look into that. But that's what I'm saying. And I don't understand how people don't see it and how they think it's so simple. I mean, people think it's so simple, like, it's this one person, or, it's these three people. Come on. This is a cover up of mass fucking proportions. And you think it's a couple of a couple of 18-year-old kids that did this whole thing. There's so much to it. And come on, things like this take big backers with lots of money and power to make this shit happen. I give up. I can't get his mug. I can't get his mug to pop up searching his names. Oh, thank you, D. Libby. I appreciate that. What do you think of it? Says AI digital transformation and cybersecurity would mean that's just one of the ones that there's no picture, but it says what the guy does under the name if it's him. I mean, I honestly, it would not surprise me. In the very beginning of the case, I watched him being so emotional that he was literally crying. I thought, what is wrong with this guy? Did he have something to do with it? You know what else? The first time I saw Check It TV, when he made his first live about finding the stuff, and he was bawling his eyes out. And I was like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Like, it gave me super bad vibes, for real. And because it didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, why is this guy crying like this? Like, and getting drunk, getting drunk and crying his eyes out. Like, it was bizarre. CNY is one of the best creators on this case. She's very passionate. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And I try to be, and I try to stick to, just trying to find the truth, and that's it. Dude, it was something, because I've never seen anything like it. It was so weird. And that's what Chad kept saying too. He's like, what the hell is up with this guy? But it just seems like all these people and everybody we heard from was put, it's like they were put out there. Okay, this is what you're gonna go and do this, and this is what you're gonna say. And because we need the public to believe that we need the public to believe our story. So they they got Jane Doe 1 and 2 to come out, and they both sounded like freaking idiots. Like, yeah. And then you had Check It, and then you had SF, and then you had everybody else. Zanime. I mean, think about it. It didn't make any sense. Why is this chick getting involved in this? Right? Doesn't make any sense. She's not a true crimer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I forgot. She was at the Mexican party next door. Please stop. Please stop with the nonsense. Everybody came out with a job to do, and they did that job. But I'm telling you, the people that made this all happen were not even close. And I honestly don't know if I could get there, because I'll be in the bottom of a lake before they let me get close enough. It is off subject, but you know what? It's because he was about to get a retrial. He was about to get the charge. Yeah, because they found out that it was a bunch of bullshit. That's why. Of course, they took him out. Just saying. I wish we had a middle initial or name and age so I can narrow down some of these. I'm coming up with under his name. Well, that's the problem, right? Now, I mean, we don't even know the freaking guy's name, but I don't believe it's Steve Fisher anymore. Sorry. Not sorry. I don't believe it. Keep in mind, some of us already have gotten death threats and told to stop digging. Yeah, I probably shouldn't touch on that subject because I might piss some people off. So, anyway, back to Kylie and this case and the things that are going on and the people that are coming, and we're, it's just, it's frustrating to me. I've never been able to verify a Stephen Fisher as a PI in California. Hold on a second, guys. My dogs hear a little noise and they, panic. You can go online and search PI licenses. It doesn't come up. There is one guy, but he is old enough to be SF's dad. I know. And when I searched Stephen Whitaker, I found Stephen Whitaker that just died this year in 2023. But yeah, he is licensed in other states, but not in California, which is why they claimed he was there as a search and rescue person. It is very, I mean, it is interesting, but it pisses me off. It pisses me off that this shit is going on and it keeps happening and we keep finding more and more things that don't make any sense, more and more people that are lying, more and more people that are not who they say they are. And it just, it makes me mad. Because I'm like, man, this girl deserves justice. And what the are we ever going to get it for her? And I know, listen, I know we're just YouTubers and it's not our job. We're not cops, detectives, whatever. But it seems like we're the only ones who actually care. I mean, I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for myself, and I can say that I know I do. She sure does deserve justice. I believe I have seen on license for him, but never in California. Okay, let me show you guys this. I got this. But it all is under Stephen Fisher. I thought he claimed to be licensed in California somehow. I bet those other states he's licensed in, you cannot look up those licenses online either. I bet you can't because I bet you they were fabricated and put out as a cover story to get his foot in the door. But let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Hold on, you guys. I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, let me share this with you guys. Steve Fisher, private investigator, search and rescue, FAA licensed fixed wing commercial pilot, search and rescue ground tech, FAA licensed commercial drone pilot. I'm Steve Fisher, a missing persons private investigator, search and rescue, SAR pilot, and ground searcher, and an FAA licensed search and rescue drone pilot. I started in missing persons over 20 years ago by earning my commercial multi-engine instrument pilot license so I could pilot search and rescue missions by air. Since then, I have constantly trained in additional investigative and search and rescue techniques. I am forever a student seeking knowledge to give me a better chance of finding the missing person and bringing them home. I am a search and rescue team member for one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the country. This experience gives me the insight, knowledge, and incident command experience to work in coordination with local and federal law enforcement agencies around the country on missing persons cases. My extensive list of certifications includes, but is not limited to, being a licensed private investigator, search and rescue pilot, SAR Tech 3 ground search technician, and holding multiple FEMA certifications. I am also certified through NCMEC in child trafficking, understanding child abuse, and search techniques for autistic children. I have completed extensive training in lost person behavior, man tracking, and extensive training in Alzheimer's missing persons behavior. I also have law enforcement police academy post PC 832 laws of arrest and weapons certifications. This breadth of knowledge equips me with a deep understanding of diverse scenarios, enhancing my ability to respond effectively to a variety of missing persons cases. My dedication to this work is unwavering. I approach every case determined to find the missing person, no matter the circumstances. I don't believe in giving up. Instead, I exhaust all possibilities, leveraging my skills, knowledge, training, and intuition to provide resolution for families seeking their missing loved ones. In this field, experience and results matter, and every minute counts. With my comprehensive training, extensive certifications, and steadfast dedication, I strive to deliver not just results, but also much needed peace of mind in challenging times. Now, we all saw him during the Kylie case. We all saw him and how he conducted himself and the skills that he had. He's got all these skills and he flew a drone over her car and never fucking saw it. But he's got all this training. I mean, it's written really well, but it doesn't fit the person and the work that we saw go on during her case, does it? And look at this website itself. Seriously. Anybody, any Joe Schmo could have made this. Now, here, you guys can look these things up. Hold on. And then he lists his certifications and training. But keep in mind, and I'm not saying that this is true, but do keep in mind that if you're backed by some very powerful people, this shit could easily just be done. Florida Enhanced Missing Child Alert System certification. And here's his. Tell me, look at these pictures. Dude, these were cut and pasted onto these freaking things. This looks so fake. This is such a vague website. He never states where he received training, where he is licensed as a PI, anything you'd want to check on him to hire him. Yeah, he said that he met Grandpa at like 5 a.m. outside of his camper there, RV, whatever. And not for nothing, but one of his pictures, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it a little girl with a naked butt? Yeah, let's not forget that Sam's family is also a private investigator. Mm-hmm. SF refuses to follow the law and include his PI license number on his website like other PI sites. Look up Gumshoe Detective Agency in Auburn. Scroll to the very bottom for his license numbers. Aren't there license numbers here? Oh, here's some license numbers. Doesn't mean anything, but here's the Florida and Tennessee, Alabama. But I mean, look at these right here. You can totally tell that these are copy and pasted, these pictures. And by the way, he looks very weird in these pictures. And I'm not going to state anything here, but do you guys see this right here? This blue thing? Look into that symbol because I did. You can't see it. Yeah, hold on. Oh, hold on. I'll grab it. I'll give you these license numbers here. Where the hell is it? I know it looks like a very crappy website. I'm just saying. All right, I'll read you these license numbers. Florida PI license number C3300341. Tennessee PI license number 9101. Alabama PI license number 0977. A lot of people said that was Kylie. I don't think it was her. But that's just, I could be wrong. Oh, you couldn't see it. Okay, here. Can you wait? Am I not sharing this screen? Oh my God, what an idiot I am. My bad, guys. All right. Sorry. This one right here. But look at these. These pictures are copy and pasted. They don't even look real. Now, I'm not saying that they're fake. I'm just saying we don't know. Yeah. So I found all these things really interesting. What about you guys? I don't know what the name. I how do I want to say this? No, I don't know what the name of it is. But it goes into the stuff that I was looking into before. It's this right here, ADK. See my mouse? This little blue symbol right here. Can you see it? But I wanted to bring this up because I know a lot of, there hasn't been nothing new that has come out really. Oh, Melissa, thank you. I appreciate that. There hasn't, but this has also never been brought up before. And I just noticed all of these things and I just found the Stephen Whitaker thing. So I think this is very important and I think it's something that should be mentioned. It's just, I'm trying to do what I can do, guys. And I just think it all needs to be talked about because people are not who they say they are. And everything is not what it seems. You mean Steven Fisher is into that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what she meant. But anyway, I wish I could stay on longer with you guys tonight, but I have to get up really early in the morning for work. So I'm going to have to call this one tonight. But I really want to thank you guys. But before I go, I want to give a shout out to all my members. FSU Girl 850, Ketania, JR Nana, Fred Field, Nana Izzy, Diane, Mr. Pookie's Grammy, Jerry Davids Jr., Nana Cycleville, Casey Marie, Bex, Andrew Dominic, Anna Marie Anderson, Melissa, Rebecca Welcome, Shay Watson, Bailey Wire Fox Terrier, Dr. Mama, Mischief All Around, Sammy Jane, Leah Cassell, Terralyn Dawkins, J Dub, Lazy Llama, Ashley B, Elena Constantinou, Dams, Mark Bollinger, Mama Daz, Lori Myers, Judy, and Kim Moran. Thank you guys. We love and appreciate all of our members. So we just want you to know that and give a shout out to you guys. But I love and appreciate all my subs too. Yes, back at the meeting, I went to his page. I got sickened. I don't know if it's still there. I don't know if it's still there either, honestly. I have no idea. But yeah, I'm going to end this one tonight, guys. I have to get up early. I'm sorry I couldn't make it longer. But it was good to sit here and talk to you guys. And hopefully this helps. Gives us somewhere else to go, gives us another direction to look into. I just want to get justice. I just want the truth. And if I can expose a bunch of dark shit along the way, then let's get it done. So please hit that thumbs up. Please sub to the channel. If you want to do, please consider becoming a member. If you want to do more and you want to donate, the links are all down in the description below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light. and I will see you guys next time.